Welcome to the Answers for Elders radio show. Meet the trusted experts who will give you straight answers and will help guide you on the path of later life care. Now, here's your host, founder, caregiver, and CEO, Suzanne Newman.
And welcome back to Answers for Elders Radio Network, heard across the USA. And we are talking about senior moves, how to prepare yourself to downsize, to go into senior living, and how can you find someone that you can trust. And I know from personal experience, I trust Sean Joseph from Jordan River International Moving and Storage. And I'm so excited to have you here on the show, Sean. And I remember when you met with me the first time to move my mom. You were you did 99% listening, and that meant the world to me. And tell me a little bit about what you look for when you're on an in-home visit to start with people.
So when we go to the house, first of all, we would like, we'll see the house, the inside, the surrounding, what we're dealing with, okay? Of course, we will go room by room and ask what needs to be moved, what services are required from us to perform on the day of the move. And we will engage in conversation and pretty much try to give, advice of how to prepare for a smooth move. That will be a lot of questions that we usually answer with the senior people. I mean, a lot of them didn't move often, they're in those places for many years. They invite them, hey, can you help me take it? Like from last Friday, she didn't want to give up her, she has a sofa, 2 sofas, very, very old, Someone could have said, why do you even want to take it? But for her, it was precious. And she said, how can we holster those sofas? They're important to me. They are very useful when they are this. So it's not assuming immediately that this sofa, the way they look, they will go away or not. You need to listen to what and feel the customer.
Sure.
It's important and what they want to do. And when the house, I was there and say, we need this area to be clear. I need those furniture here. If you want us to do it, you can put this fireplace that the husband did, for an example, was important, but it was attached to the wall. He wanted us to remove it. He can prepare it for us for the move. You look at all the experts and think about it. That's not things that they can do. And
right.
You can come straight, but you lead the person to understand, we can do it for you. We are here to help you. Sometimes you think it's difficult, but for the hourly rate or long distance by weight, sometimes it's just 5 minutes for us. For you, it's few hours and maybe involve more of physical that you don't need. And we want to save it for you.
Right.
So try to lead the customer and the senior especially in a path that will be easier for them. I'm trying always to explain. They still think they can do a lot more than what they can really do, because it's difficult. I see I will move all this. Ma'am, how are you going to do it? I'll do it. I say, no, from Bellevue to Snohomish, you won't be able to do all this kind of stuff. And let me give you an example how we can make it easier for you. Instead of putting all those clothes in your car, I can do it with the wardrobe boxes. It doesn't cost money.
Yeah.
It will be much faster. Or we can pack those china for you, and you're not going to ship them, taking them in the boxes like this.
Right.
It's not going to add too much to the move. Or how, those pictures, you have your husband and 80 years old, 82, whatever, go up on a ladder, try to get it. We can help you with this. We are here to help. We are here to provide you service. There's a lot of things that we can do that in the eyes of people sometimes they think, it maybe cost me too much money. But if it's not, we will recommend it.
Right.
Sure.
Well, and I think, Sean, what you're saying is if you have something that's priceless to you, it's in your best interest to make sure that it's packed appropriately, especially if it's something breakable. I'm certain that you've had things come along in your career of decades that, needs to obviously be professionally packed. I mean, I know people that transport chandeliers. That has to be a huge uptaking, of things to do to make sure that things are not damaged.
That's true. And yeah, you're right about chandelier. That's one of the most difficult one, especially the one with all those does this thing like that and
The little
into the wall.
crystals.
Yeah, you have to. There's a trick how to do it. So
Hmm.
we we do those, but it's they're true. But we protect all the furniture.
Hmm. Hmm.
We that's one of the thing I want to show them in person and explain to them how we will protect their precious item.
Right,
Every
right. And
furniture that they decide to move after so many years, you need to understand if
yeah,
they decided to move it after so many years, it's precious.
yeah,
I
yeah,
want in person to show on pictures and explain how we're gonna do it. Take the stress away from the people. That's the
absolutely.
main thing. And for me to prepare so the day of the move will be stress free too. Because really the day of the move, that's when
Right,
the whole crew coming in and they just all over. So you have to
right.
calm down and make sure we do it right. And the
Right. And
preparation is something that's
there
important.
you mentioned something early or about trust. I always say to people that have asked me, about when I talk to any sort of provider, I'll always say, what's the number one question in the back of a family's mind or a senior when they're coming to talk to you in the senior care industry? And a lot of people answer, how much does it cost? How much is this? And that is not the number one question. The number one question is, can I trust you? And being given that you're there, you're a real person, that's something that can go so far to establishing that trust. They build a relationship with you.
Absolutely. That I'm always saying this is the most important. In my opinion, it's the most important. And so now I talk to people that doesn't want to get messed up. I said, you don't want to see who gonna be handling all your belonging? You don't want to see
Hmm.
all your item you
Yeah.
accumulated so many years, especially people that booking online on the internet, long distance,
Hmm.
and finding out that they all the item are gone. I say, "But how did you go through the process? Do you
Hmm.
want to ask someone to come out and look at them in the eyes, look the people in, feel them in person, and
Yep.
see, I'm giving my item, my precious item, my kids' photo, my wedding stuff, my everything that very
Yeah.
important to people. I didn't even see them or book them on the internet. That's blown my mind.
Exactly.
That's always blown my mind. I can't understand that how
Yeah, I
go
mean,
through the process like
I
that.
bet sometimes you're moving like whole wine cellars and things like that for people, that you're talking about things that are, jewelry or wine cellars or paintings or things like that that have value. And I think that's so important, especially many of our seniors have accumulated through the years. And certainly that's a piece. So obviously, we want to make sure that Sean and we're going to come back. We're going to talk about senior scams, who to buy for, and how do you deal with that. And Sean and I will be right back right after this. We at Answers for Elders thank you for listening. Did you know that you can discover hundreds of podcasts in our library on senior care? So visit our website and discover our decision guides that will help you also navigate decision making. Find us at answersforelders.com.